You ever get the idea that somewhere down the line that we failed? Well, of course you do. You're on this channel or another one like it. For the last little while now, I've had the distinct impression that we are trying to reanimate a corpse. You know that saying, can't beat a dead horse, can't lead a horse to drink the water, blah, 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 blah. Well, they beat this motherfucker into bone dust. Gentlemen, when you spend all day worried about some moron online that claims to have something to do with who and what you are, is that you going your own way? Is it really? Or is it you being drawn into something because you feel the need to defend who and what you claim to be? Look, I'm as about that as just about anyone. I'll defend it all day long because I live it, because it's part of who I am. It's what I do. They say that words can kill, and I would agree. It depends on who speaks them. I don't know how it got to this point. I really don't. It shouldn't be here, but here we are. We collectively talk more about females and the ass-hurt opinions that come from them than we do about the ideas on how to restructure, reorganize, and help men get out from under. Now, you don't have to like what I'm saying, but anyone with an objective mind is going to understand that it's the truth. I don't blame anyone for not wanting to go out into the world and get their hands dirty, sacrifice the few good years that they might have left, all just to fuck it away battling morons and stupid people and people that would gladly put you in chains to get your service. But at some point in time, don't you feel like you have to live the life that you've got left? Don't you feel like you have to do that for yourself? That's another cause and effect, gentlemen. That's what you have to do if you want to be successful at life. If you want to do life correctly, you have to be able to pick and choose your battles. And one hill that I am not willing to die on is the one where we chase around penty-ante antagonists just so that they can get a response because of the misery that exists in their life, not yours. Stop including these people in your existence. We have a saying out here in the manosphere that these bitches just live for drama. Well, they aren't the only ones. When you can see how many people on this side of the fence claim that they don't want that they don't do that, but every fucking video that they make consists of drama merchanting. Now, I'm not picking on anyone in particular. That's not why I got on here today. And it certainly isn't up to me to tell you how to live your life. Do you? But don't be a hypocrite about the message that you send out to people. There are far too many of us caught up in trying to defend our way of life against the accusations of those that have nothing to do with us. Once again, a prime example of cause and effect. Gentlemen, I understand the need to defend the hill that you've chosen to die on. I get it. I really do. Every time you turn on a microphone or you turn on a video camera and you start making an episode, you start making a video, whatever it is, you have to ask yourself, how does it benefit the cause? How does it benefit the philosophy? How does it benefit getting men out from under? If you can't answer that, turn the camera off, turn the microphone off, and think about it. There are instances where it is necessary to call out certain people or groups or organizations, those that blatantly slander, lie, mislabel, defame. I understand all of that, but those instances in reality are few and far in between. If you stop for just a few minutes to think about the people that you are drama merchanting to and with, the ones that you have a YouTube beef with over whatever the opinion might be, you'll come to understand very quickly that their lives are much more enriched because of your interaction with them, not the other way around. You give them validation, even if it's negative. And as I said before, the time will come when you have to make a choice. But make sure that when you stake your claim, when you stick that pole in the ground and you put a flag on it, that it's the right cause, it's the right reason, and it can't be every other week. Directing vulnerable men away from these types of people Catching these guys when they come onto the internet to find answers about why their lives are falling apart, that's our job. Now, that's just my opinion. I can't tell you what to do. I wouldn't try. And with this video, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just cautiously advising you that if you get caught up in that well, that bottomless pit, at the end of it all, there will be no satisfaction for you, and the only thing that you've done is tarnish your reputation. In case you haven't noticed, the manosphere at large is rapidly devolving. Now, that doesn't mean that people aren't busting into it, aching for answers, clawing and scratching to find a way out of their terrible circumstance, because they are. They're coming in by the millions. The problem with that is that they're being greeted by content that doesn't mean shit to anybody except the drama merchant or the thief or the user. YouTube will show you that I have 24,200 subs. In reality, I'm closer to 100,000 subs. They just don't show you that. I haven't added a single view, not one, in 40 days. Does that sound right? It's not right. My view count stopped at just about 8 million. I promise you that this channel has double that. Companies and organizations do not work against people that they consider to be allies. They work against people like you, people like me. Gentlemen, there's a price to be paid in life, no matter where you're at. Try to minimize that price by limiting your access to stupidity, by limiting stupidity's access to you. When I tell you that you, in my opinion, need to form those bedrock attributes of morals, ethics, values, and principles, and in conjunction with controlling your biology so that you don't get yourself into trouble, I mean that. 100% absolutely mean that. Can you still go out and date or try to find a woman? Sure. Sure, man. You can go out there and try to ride a rocket ship to the moon, too. How is it going to pay off for you? What will you accomplish by doing that? Or do you just serve a basic need? I told you before many moons ago, there's a gigantic difference between needs and wants. Don't confuse them. You don't need pussy. It's a driving force in a man's life, especially if he's not soyified. You need food, air, and sometimes shelter. I am very much of the opinion that the people that are coming in now and producing content have lost their way. They have strayed from the core tenets of MGTOW, from the philosophy. They have allowed bitterness and anger to overtake their message, to warp their minds. And I am absolutely convinced that when you listen to their message, you know who they are. No, I won't name them. Bitterness and resentment are deadly. They are deadly to any man, and you will pay for it with your life. If your first reaction upon hearing somebody's opinions on a video is to revenge upon them, you have a problem that is bigger than you. It is clear to any man with morals, ethics, values, and principles that you do not have the aforementioned bedrock attributes and that you need to work really, really hard to attain them. Do yourselves a favor, men. Stop focusing on these females. They don't control the earth. They don't control the planet. But they do control you to a large degree, whether you know it or not. And I mean that absolutely. All you have to do is sit down and think about your motions and actions while you're online or while you're replying to things. And then think about, is this a moral, ethical, valued, or principled response? And you will catch yourself acting outside of those attributes. Sometimes cause and effect represents itself as checkers, other times chess, and then other times as 4D chess. A lot of you don't realize that you're still being controlled and manipulated. You think that you've got it all in hand, that everything is good. If you've paid attention over this video, you will understand that is the farthest thing from the truth.